Hello everyone and welcome back to my subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, I'll put a link here for you. This video is going to be a slight deviation from my typical stuff. It's going to be a knife video, more to the point, a knife sharpening video. If you follow my channel very much, you've noticed I really don't talk about knives is because I'm really not into them. And one of the reasons is I can't sharpen them. I mean, I'm just horrible at it. I've been taught at a young age how to use a whetstone, all the little cool gizmos with the proper angles, and I guess I just do not have the patience for it. So I typically take my knives to go get them professionally sharpened every once in a while. I know, sacrilege for a guy, but you know, it's just not in my DNA for that. Anyways, you know, a knife sharpening service will run you about $5, depending on where you go. So you're looking at $5 a knife on average. Even I take the gun show, I take my knife that I carry every day. This is the same video, or the same knife used in the video on EDC and children. I'll put a link to that video here. But you know, there's $15 you're looking at right now. Well, I stumbled across this knife sharpener. I posted on Facebook last year sometime. So if you haven't seen that post or want to follow on Facebook, you want to know about it. I've been using it ever since then and love it. I brought it out on opening weekend and all the guys sharpen their knives with it, or I sharpen their knives with it. It's just fantastic. But let me show you how it works. It's so simple, even I can do it, and that's saying a lot when it comes to knives. It allows you to do scissors, serrated blades, straight blades, kitchen knives, hunting knives, the little gut hook on the back of your blade. I don't have one on me right now, but it'll sharpen those too. I stick with basically the kitchen knives, and I don't really dig serrated blades, so I just use a straight blade all the time, basically because I couldn't sharpen them. But it comes with 3 different belts, the green being the roughest, the red being the middle grade, and then the purple being the softest, kind of like a polishing thing. I find unless you've got a blade that's just jacked up, you don't need the green one, the real coarse one. So I start with the red, and we shall try my hunting knife here first, or my ordinary everyday carrying knife. To get a belt on, you basically push down here, turn a quarter, and then it locks it open like so. We take our blade or our belt, slide that on, get the 2 pulleys down there at the bottom right here, and then over the top like so. Once we get it in there, then we push down and let it come up. Once you get it in, this is the tensioning knob. It kind of centers the belt. If you ever messed with belt sanders, by adjusting this left and right, it kind of centers it on the pulleys. It should, once you get it centered for one, it should work for all of them. This is the attachment for the outdoor knife. So it's kind of a guide. We're going to stick with just the top 2 right here for both sides. Essentially, we've got a trigger on the bottom, a momentarily, let me see, that's a bad word, and then constant on right here. I'm just going to use the momentary button, and how we're going to do this is you're going to take it, see if I can line it up with my camera here. We're going to take the knife and we're going to put it in the guide, and we're going to turn it so it's pushed up against the guide. So you can see that we're not going towards the belt, but towards the guide. We're going to hold it towards the guide, start all the way in the back, and pull it through. And it should take you about 1 second to pull it through. So let me get it in a proper angle so I can actually do this. So first of all, let's take a look at our knife. Very dull, not shaving any hair. So we'll put it here, put it against the blade, or against the guide, turn it on, and pull through, keeping constant pressure on the guide. Do it again, and then we'll do the other side and the other side. So there's 2 passes just for kicks. I'm going to go ahead and put the polishing one in, the finishing touch. Most of my time is spent changing out these little belts. Once you get it down, it's not too bad, but fudging it now by holding it down. There we go. Alright, so now we're ready to run the finishing one on. This one could be in bad shape, so let's take a look. So 2 runs and it's shaving. So there you go. I am not a knife person, remember, or knife sharpening person, but that's good enough for me. So that one's going in my pocket. Okay, so that's the outdoor what have you knives. Switching out the guide, we take out this, and there's just a couple of screws on the back where it slides in. We're going to put the kitchen one on. So the kitchen one slides on like so. So here we go. This one's pretty simple. There's only 2 places to work on it. And these are probably okay, but just for kicks, I'm gonna put the red one on. And these are fairly expensive knives, so I'm told by my wife. So if she knew I was sharpening them, she might be irritated, but she doesn't know. The finished product is what shows. Once again, with this one, we're gonna push it out away from the belt. You turn it so you can see it away like so, not this way. Constant pressure, about 1 to 2 seconds to pull this bad boy through. Do the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do my little paring knife, little trim knife. And then we'll switch the belts. Here it is. All right. Take a look. Shaving again. And these I should have showed you, but these were very, very dull. This one's my wife's favorite knife, so this one was incredibly dull. Check it out. Okay, I've got 2 more knives that aren't quite as dull. Let's take a look at this big chef's knife. Well, actually this one's in pretty good shape. A little dull right in there. I'm going to use the purple, 1 run on each side. That kind of cleaned it up a bit. I can tell the difference. It's kind of difficult to see, but those first 2 were dull. This one's not that great. It's taking off skin right there. It's real dull at the end. So we'll take a run with this one. Just using the purple. Much better, much better. So there you go. This is a very good tool for me, for those of us that don't know how or just are too lazy to sharpen a knife in a quality manner. I'll put links below to where you can purchase and other videos. There's at least a product video on this showing all the things you can do. You can even turn it in as a grinder. Like right now, you remove that, do this little knob on the side here, and then you can rotate the head. So now you've got a grinder where you can actually grind on surfaces if you wanted to. I personally haven't used that, but a buddy of mine uses this as a gunsmith tool as well. It's real nice for polishing a few things here and there if you don't have a grinder like I do in the background here. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and check it out if you get the moment. The hankering for a knife sharpening tool.